Hopefully you guys enjoyed that nice, wonderful music I was trying to play in the background. Welcome to Sunday Showdown. I'm your op this evening and part-time caster. Here with Dollar Bills. How you doing, Dollar Bills?
What's up? We got Saku, full-time op, part-time caster at 150% badass.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, 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 da. I'm excited. We got a couple of banging series later on tonight. The hero series between the one seeds, Genji and Super Chicken for APM Yang, and make a 5 seed out of a mole hole.
Yep.
If I'm getting those right. But first, my friend, a legacy match between Agent PEE's Golden Showers and Defias, and it's tied up 9-9. It all comes down to this Eternal versus Azima, or Azima, or a Zazima. Of course, whenever I see Zima in a word, I must emphasize it on account of I'm a degenerate.
Aren't we all?
We do have a ban against Azima already, so it's going to be piloting a Hunter, Rogue, and Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Eternal has Paladin, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior. Just going to see what Asmo would like to ban on that front. Do you have a suspicion
They're both
there?
There's the suspicion. It's a double Pally ban, so...
Okay. No one wants to battle. Yeah. I mean,
Pally's...
Libram...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just going to say, Paladin is seemed to be one of the early winners. Obviously, the new set, Alterac, has only been out for a very short time. I will confess that I've got to play a depressingly small amount. I was doing some work for professional wrestling, and they want to wrestle at the same time I usually play video games. Okay. So I'm here to learn a lot. I'm here to discover. I'm on a road for discovery. So with both Paladins out, it's going to be Rogue, Warlock, Warrior for Eternal, and Hunter, Rogue, Warlock for Azima and the Defias Brotherhood. I'm looking forward to the Warlocks that I'm aware of, what's colloquially been referred to as Big Hoot Warlock.
Yep.
so I wouldn't be surprised to see some of that. At Worlds, actually, we saw, I forget exactly who was bringing it, but someone had just a full-on delete Warlock with a quest, though not super important to play the quest turn 1 necessarily, depending on matchup. Just sort of have it there to beat any kind of maybe a combo or a control deck, but just a pile of removal and then some Altars of Fire to really try to rupture some combo decks. And then, of course, the Big Hoot is the one where you use the Humongous Owl, set up a couple of Tamsin's Phylacteries to do the Death Rattle effect of Humongous Owl, which is deal 8 to a random enemy, and do that anywhere between 7 to 14 times, depending on how full of a combo you'd like to do.
Yeah.
It's wild. You can kill people from, I don't know what 8 times 7 plus 8 times 7 is, but it seems like a lot. Or I know what you might be thinking. Do you mean 8 times 14? Sure. I'm not a mathematician.
Mathematician. There we go.
Right. I guess I assume the 2 types of rogues. I'm going to lean on you quite a bit, Saku. Are the 2 types of rogues still either Garrote Rogue or Quest Rogue? Are those still the hip ones?
Yeah. Those are still the major ones. Is the Garrote Rogue is probably more popular, but on Thursday we saw Zero Rogues. Friday we saw I think it was Wild9, and Agent PWE brought the Quest Rogue. So
and both decks have profited so much from the inclusion of Shadowcrafter scabs. I mean, or Shadowcaster scabs, little scabs, big scabs,
small scabs.
Yeah,
any scabs is good scabs. So
yeah, the Quest, of course, having 2 scabs, and the Garrote tending to have just the 1 scabs. But
yeah,
if you have the scabs hero portrait, you can go triple scabs. You can really go all scabs all day. Yeah. Much like the Warlocks, actually. There are some people playing Warlock as Tamsin with both Lil and Big Tam in there for maximum Tamsin.
So we get to see what decks are bringing. So I'm gonna get the players to rock and roll. So we're gonna have Azima, or Asma, or however you pronounce it, on the bottom, or first to spectates, and we're gonna have Eternals at the top there. So
excellent.
Alrighty.
And then, I mean, Face Hunter's been good for a long time. But I've seen some people experimenting with like a secret hunter alongside some beasts, like some big beasts and secrets and stuff. I've seen a couple of people messing around with builds like that. So the hunter for Mazima, and then of course the warrior, the pirate warrior, I think is the most popular warrior around. We saw Nalgadon during Worlds, of course, playing quite a bit of pirate warrior.
Yep.
But there are control warriors out there. I've seen a couple of folks trying to make control warrior alongside things like frozen buckler, shield shatter kind of stuff, but that seems risky to bring into tournament format. That seems like something where
we're still seeing a lot of pirate, obviously, or quest, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So
yar.
Go fast, go hard, and
smork. I'm sorry. Go fast. Go what?
Go hard and smork. So.
What was this? Sorry, the second one is go hard. Did you say?
Yes.
Yarr. Oh! I just saw some eyeballs.
There is an eyeball. We're clicking on eyeballs. So.
Not in a weird way. Just in a totally normal way that you would exactly expect.
Yeah. Which is these two lovely players. So.
All right, so it looks like it is, in fact, that very same pirate warrior you were talking about for Eternal, and it's looking like a face hunter to me. So we actually have the two kind of third decks, the two disagreement decks going up against each other right now: pirate warrior and face hunter.
I was expecting face hunter just because it seems to fit this meta a little bit.
Yeah, and all they really needed was the Doggy Biscuit and the Trog. Those seem to be the two more prevalent, relatively new cards. I mean, I guess Doggy Biscuit's actually from the Deadmine set, isn't it? It's not even it's just...
Either way, it'll work.
Yeah. All right, it's always Refa, as it must always be. Looking at this round of Pirates coming in for Eternal, and as tends to be the case for poor Fogsail Freebooter, it's usually just... I feel like it spends a lot of time as a 2-mana 2/2. But Pirate Warrior, having to pass turn 1, is able to make up quite a bit of that tempo in the mid stages of the game, using both the quest procs to grab a weapon and fire some cannons, and of course we see Defias Cannoneer. Usually not a turn 3 play, I feel like usually more of a turn 4 with the Whetstone Hatchet, kind of start shooting. You don't want to play Defias Cannoneer until you're guaranteed to fire some cannons, you know what I'm saying? You want to get those cannons limed up and aimed and primed
some
before you...
cannons, you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. It's damage time. Face Hunter is going to hit Eternal in the face. Okay. This is interesting. The Whetstone Hatchet discount means that Eternal's going to be able to actually work in a hero power this turn, and that, while it doesn't seem like much, you may have also noticed that Eternal's health is already down to 23. It's only turn 3, and of course going to clear this Refa off. I wouldn't be surprised to see this Whetstone Hatchet trying to really get these buffs onto Mr. Smite, if at all possible, just to really try to make that from hand damage as impactful as possible. Mist, though, did hit the Defias Cannoneer. Meanwhile, below 20 already is Eternal. Yeah, rep the cannons, my friend.
Cannons are coming. We get to draw a weapon this time? No weapon?
I guess just the one copy of Whetstone Hatchet, so sort of missing the opportunity there to get the draw. And obviously Whetstone Hatchet is not the blacksmithing hammer. There's no trading it away, or so actually kind of not quite drawing patches caliber, but you'd rather pull it up with an effect if possible. Renling's Rifle going to be an opportunity for Azuma to try to stabilize this board. The pick was an immediate explosive trap, and Turtle's going to get the word that this Defias Cannoneer is going to continue to shoot. Interesting that Azuma did not attack the Cannoneer, instead choosing to, but also being very consistent, right? Continuing to send all damage downtown at all costs, but is going to eat 2 additional cannonballs as a result.
That 4-1 is just causing a lot of ugly welts from the blunt
balls
that keep coming.
My God, is this Defias Cannoneer actually hit Pyroblast with 2, 4, 6, 8 cannonballs or 8 damage worth of cannonballs plus a 4? That's bigger than a Pyroblast. That Defias Cannoneer. That's some value if you're into that.
Wow. So Freezing Trap is definitely going to be the pick, I would think, because they have to save as much damage to the face as possible since you're only at 6.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Asma's going to get the bad news that they are just 100% no double backs. He's dead. With a smite in hand and the hatchet equipped, and I mean, that went down. Obviously, we see Eternal at the end of the game with less than 10 health, but in just a full throw, both players going full aggro in that setup, just maximum damage in both directions.
Oh, ham.
Yeah, I do wonder about that Defias turn, and I wonder if swinging Rainling's rifle into the Defias Cannoneer saves enough health to where Hunter gets to stay in for a few more turns, or I wonder if it doesn't matter.
I think that was the turning point, was that the Cannoneer was just causing a little bit too much grief, and Azima just decided to try and do something, and didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so a quick win on the Warrior, which means a Rogue and Warlock waiting in the wings, whereas Asma has the option to either run it back with the Hunter or pull out the Rogue or Warlock of their own.
Yep. And just for the viewers out there that are kind of new, this is a Conquest series, so it's you win with the deck, you don't play it again, and try and race to 3 or race. Well, it's best of 5. That's a terrible way to say it. A terrible way to describe it. Sorry.
No, you hit it from both sides. No, it is the first person to get 3 wins. That is true. But it is also a best of 5. That is also true. You're no matter what kind of learner the audience is, you're just covering all the bases.
That's right.
And I believe this is the Gold Conference. This is the Gold Conference of Legacy Series. Week 1, a brand new. Nothing ahead but the future. You want to talk about a dumb sentence? Nothing ahead of us but the stuff that is yet to come.
All right. So, Eternal with their Warrior win.
And it is going to be a Warlock. So we see a touch of the Nathrezim Drain Soul Moargs. Crucially, no quest. So this is not any kind of quest formatted. Which, to be with a Moarg in there, the Drain Soul and Touch of the Nathrezim, I would guess this is a big hoot Warlock, a humongous owl Death Rattle Phylactery Warlock, but not required. I think there's a couple of different potential ways to do it. That's what I'm going to expect, though. Oh, Ramming Mount. That's another. I guess. Oh gosh, I actually forget. Is Ramming Mount from the mini set or is Ramming Mount from the new set?
New set. I believe.
Oh gosh. Oh geez. Panic. Blind panic. All of the mounts are from the new set, right? It's like Noble Mount, Ramming Mount. Oh no! Asma mulliganed it away, so I can't mouse over it. Disaster.
It's all right.
Well,
chat will correct us anyway. It's fine.
Right. Okay. Ruined Mithril Rods, Rust Rot Viper. This is definitely. I'm more and more confident this is a hoot Warlock over here.
Yeah, with a little bit of sneaky snake tactic in there with the Viper.
Mm-hmm. And interesting. Got the Arcane Anomaly version.
Yeah, that's how people. If you get that early, you just start blowing up with a bunch of. If you have a bunch of spells in your hand, that blows up super quick, and opponents don't like it.
Yeah. Does this version not run Trogs? Is there room for Trogs alongside Arcane Anomaly?
It's a possibility that Trogs are in there. I just haven't seen one myself. Anybody
okay, there it
chat? Is. Here we go. Okay.
Iron Deep Trog. Okay, because I was starting to get a little nervous. But yeah, Iron Deep Trog is one of those things that, especially against a Warlock, can be the main break points you have to look for is, of course, Touch of the Nathrezim, dealing 2, and Soul Drain Soul dealing 3, and then of course a possible multiplier in the form of this Moarg Artificer. But so we probably won't see the Trog played naked. Probably going to be with some pants.
Thank you for your service.
Sorry, Saku, I stepped on you. What were you saying?
It's okay, dude. It's all good. It's all good. So Trog won't come out because it'll get picked on.
And we see, once again, dedication to the damage face. Oh, a full-blown evil. Not average, everyday evil, but advanced evil.
This is almost as good as sharks with freaking laser beams on them. Don't know what movie that came from, but I'm sure somebody in chat will tell us.
Oh, gosh, I want to say Austin Powers.
Yeah.
But don't hold me to that one. There's there's the humongous owl. Dr. Evil.
Rinling. Nope. Okay, Coda Bane is gonna show his pretty face.
And under the glowing lights of the road flares, we draw 3 quick shot of, and hit a ramming mount. Did not hit the biscuit though, which the doggy biscuit is one of the things that can let you more safely develop an Iron Deep Trog. That and the Guardian Og Merchant. Those are a couple of different ways you can potentially protect your Trog. But now we're getting into the Tamsin range, and Lil Tam is actually going to hit the board to allow Eternal to play a couple copies of Drain Soul and potentially Touch of the Nathrezim this turn.
Yep. Any cost is a good cost, which turns into a 0 cost. So.
Yeah. When I way back when the relationship between Lil Tam and Cult Neophyte was discovered, that blew my freaking mind. It's like, wait a minute, it just works forever as long as you have enough mana.
Quick shot to get rid of Tamsin. Trog.
Yeah, an interesting deviation for. That really just shows you the threat level of Lil Tamsin, right? Gotta take Lil Tamsin off the board.
Yep. And with that Trog and any spell that comes out, just automatically, unless it gets handled right now.
So, yeah, full-blown evil, like you're saying, full-blown evil should fully resolve, and then the Trog effect would go off if it was alive, but it is not going to be alive. Little 2/2, yeah.
Little coochie coo.
Yeah. Oh, that is Tavish's ram. That's a heroic ram. And boy, does this once that Mithril Rod goes off a couple of times, man, this deck gets to do so much stuff in a single turn.
Yep.
Oh, and worth noting, Eternal is playing the triple Tamsin version. Tamsin Hero Portrait, Little Tamsin, Big Tamsin. Tamsin's all the way down.
All right.
There's that. Yeah, Guardian Og Merchant. This is tricky for the hunter because obviously these aren't threatening minions, but are you going to spend a whole turn playing Warsong Wrangler to absolutely telegraph that you're going to grab up a Rhino? Is that like that? And that prevents you from playing Ringling's Rifle. Ugh. I guess you could put a ramming mount on your Warsong, but that kind of also ugh. Everything I can see right now, it just kind of makes me go ugh.
Hungry, aren't ya?
Well, Trampling Rhino is the choice, which is not too bad.
But great gnashing teeth. And so now Eternal knows 100% that this card over here that I'm mousing over, that no one can see me mouse over, is a Trampling Rhino. Eternal knows that with absolute certainty as vanilla Wolpertingers hit the ground.
Yep. So this is just going to further discount Eternal's gear.
And just look at the amount of healing that Eternal has been able to do. Because Eternal hasn't exactly been shy about life tapping, right? Like, Eternal's been happy to life tap, and actually at 30, all the way back up to 30, against a hunter that has sent all but one source of damage into the Warlock's face.
There we go. 2 damage to the hunter's little armor. Okay.
Yeah, Eternal's healed so much, Eternal has given Azuma armor. That's Okay, well, can I interest you in a Rhino?
There should be a Rhino.
Then
Maybe
again,
a Rhino with ramming. Yeah, because he's got enough mana for that. But I like this a little bit better. Smash that 2/4. Burst the bubble.
Oh. Yeah, so going to go ahead and go for maximum. So 2, 3, 4 doesn't die on board. Obviously, you're not allowed to swing the ruined mithril rod.
If it does, there's somebody cheating.
Yep. So I assume this is going to be some attacks. The Humongous Owl and Dreadlich Tamsin coming down this turn. Yep. With some value trades and some face hits, you can really leverage your board. Oh, actually going to go ahead and spend the Grimoire of Sacrifice this turn. Or is that a 0 mana sacrifice? Did that get hit by the Ruined Mithril Rod?
It did.
It did. Okay. Okay, that was almost a mistake there. You got to attack with your minions before you Dread Lich Tamsin. Not going to Tamsin. It looks like actually just going to keep drawing.
Just keep getting the discounts in. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. You have a cheap hands in the next round, and almost no cards left.
Oh my gosh, you're right. 7 cards left in deck, and an owl in the res pool. So
yep, looking for the phylactery.
Okay, gonna go ahead and give Intrepid Initiate the ramming mount for plus 4, plus 4, plus 2.
Yep.
Hits a Kolak. Doesn't have rush though, so this is probably just good. Oh, and the phylactery. Okay, so obviously Little Tamsin has already died, so there's no way to do a double phylactery setup for this game. I don't think this list has space for Raise Dead, and also a lot of mooks have died over the course of this game. So,
Here comes Tamaclaus. Destroying the board. I would have probably bumped with the Panthera, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I guess this indicates a 0 mana Touch of the Nathrezim coming down. But to your point, a nudge with the Panthera means you can Touch of the Nathrezim, the little boar that comes out. So I guess just not worried about the boar, perhaps, or maybe there's a lethal setup here that I'm not aware of. Like maybe if you just dig deep enough. Although I feel like we haven't seen the Wicked Shipment get cycled yet.
It gets cycled once already. Yeah.
Oh, it did.
It's at 4-1 right now. It may get in there.
Oh yeah. Well, in that case, we don't actually have enough mana to play the phylactery this turn. But
yeah, I would say there's another trade in play. There you go.
Yeah, go ahead and play the Viper, right? Why not? Might as well. Oh, okay. Nope.
I don't want to. Is what he's saying. I don't want to play.
No, fair enough. Keep it on moving. There's only 2 cards left in the list. One of them is a Viper, and the other one is the other copy of Wicked Shipment, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here comes
the fastest. Yeah.
Fastest. This is not Explosive Trap ever.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. This is Explosive Trap, but I assure you, it isn't.
Is not. Yeah, it is definitely not Explosive Trap. So.
Interestingly, Explosive Trap is going to help Eternal activate. I mean, obviously, there's 2 copies of School Spirits, so it's kind of a moot point. But a single School Spirits would actually require an activation of the Explosive Trap to work. So that's kind of funny. Hoot!
Thanks for the Humongous Owl buffs.
Yeah. Oh, and there's spell damage. What am I saying? Yeah. Shablam!
And then one, and then
Soul Fragment. Soul Fragment. Yeah, there should be. There should be.
More.
Yeah, there should be. Yeah, there's another one, and there's one.
There's another one.
Nope. Look at this.
And another one. There you go.
And another one. All right, Hoot Warlock also finding the win. This Hunter having a little bit of a hard time here this evening, Saku, and it looks like this Rogue has 3, whether it is Garrote or Quest Rogue, it's got 3 chances. And I gotta say, even if you have unfavorable matchups, 3 chances is a pretty good spot to be in with Rogue as your bat and clean up class, I would say.
Yeah, if I'm Azima there, I'd probably, I don't know, with Rogue, maybe Warlock is a better matchup for this, but Hunter goes fast, so one of those deals is how they feel. If they're super confident that Hunter's gonna blast through Rogue, and that's how they feel. You know what? Blunt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going until it wins.
Yep, and it looks like that is the move. Ride or die on this Hunter for the Defias Brotherhood. And boy, I gotta tell you, I see an Octobot in this opening hand, and that's about where my thinking ends. Against Hunter, you probably have to do a little bit more thinking, but the efficient Octobot. This is actually kind of interesting because a prize plunderer on its own doesn't do much, in a secret passage you need a little bit more mana for. So yeah, gonna keep the Octobot, of course, but gonna mulligan away the other 2, finds a Blackwater Cutlass and a couple of Og merchants.
And just to throw this out there, I want to thank both players for jumping on stream tonight. Always appreciate it. And if anybody else out there that's thinking about jumping on, jump on. Just DM myself, Lotus Knight, or Wild9, or even Dr. Fish there. So also in the THL Discord, we have, I believe there's a category now or a channel where you're able to say, hey, dude, let me play on stream. So jump in there, add somebody, and we'll line you up. If our time frames work, then great, perfect.
Yeah, and exciting, we get to be the Team Hearth League now.
That's right.
Yeah,
Blizzard took Legends.
Oh, right.
for Battlegrounds Lobby Legends. So.
Oh, that's right.
So there was
I didn't know.
A friendly trade.
I didn't know that was why. I just saw Hat's announcement.
Yeah, it was just an indirect thing. It was just kind of funny that there was some history with the THL. It wasn't bad history. It's just one of those things where Blizzard's asking people that had the word league if they were doing Hearthstone stuff to kindly change. So we did, and that was it. And it's working.
Looks like
we're still around.
Yeah, that's right. And a big thank you to you, Saku, for making all of this possible. Yeah, because I wanted to echo your thanks to the players for playing on stream, but also thank you to making it so it's not just me shouting into a void and missing you. That would be.
Are you there? Is anybody there? Hello?
I'm still alive.
Yeah, that's right.
And Eternal has so much cleanup work to do and only about 10 seconds left to do it.
Yeah.
It's like so many high value targets on here.
This double shadow step doesn't feel good, but I'm going to be putting in some work. So. Well, not double. Yeah. Okay. Left it alone. Good choice.
And so now the damage is going to continue to go in, and Eternal's got, I don't want to oversell it, but a handful of nothing. This needs to be a secret passage. Okay.
Well, look at that. As you wish. By your command, as some Cylon out there said.
Right.
I'm just showing my age with Battlestar Galactica.
And
Blackwater. Do we put another?
Here. Still going to be able to play the Shroud of Concealment this turn, so. But already down to 18. Ooh. Both field contacts in the hand, though. That feels great. And actually going to be able to clear off both minions.
Yep.
So, obviously, Shadowcrafter Scabs and Efficient Octobot and Restaurant Viper are going to depart, but Eternal's about to have a hand with 2 field contacts and a Shadow Step. Oh, and Shadowcrafter Scabs was a draw off the cycle of the Blackwater Cutlass, so that stays as well.
Yep.
Hungry, aren't ya?
Couple turns off, but and that was
That's an auto
Rhino.
rhino is what some people call it.
Yeah.
See rhino, grab rhino, get rhino.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Time for the classic field contact swindle. And then there's the option to shadow step that field contact, which is tempting to say the least.
I was going to say I would think it'd happen, and then by some crazy, well, there would be a discount there if they do play the Cutlass next turn. So
Mm-hmm.
trampling coming down to smash the 2-1, or okay. And forget the bubbled Octobot with 9 health.
Just a ton of damage. Oh, Eternal wanting to place Scabs to bounce everybody off the board.
Yeah.
There are no more shadow steps, so now if if Hunter is able to find the other Warsong Wrangler or anything like that, grab another even bigger Rhino, this starts to get real dicey, but not a lot of draw in Hunter, just that Barak Kodo Bane.
This could be can he get rid of everything on the board? I think no. What's
Gosh,
he looking
actually,
for?
just other stuff. Not gonna find it though. The only and Garrots cannot hit minions, so you can't prep out a Garrot to try to. Not that would be enough damage anyway, but just don't even think about it. It's not possible. It wouldn't work anyway, and even if it did work, it doesn't work. But it's not a legal play, so don't even think about it.
So, there's a timely rolling rifle. So we got adorable ping, and that should do it. If my math is correct.
4, 5, 6. We are a little short on mana. Just a smidge, the smidgest short on mana.
Oh, right, because it's 4. Silly me. Oh.
Yeah. But.
Oh, the explosive.
Oh, wait. Wait, was that lethal?
I thought.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. If we don't play the rifle, I think we have lethal. Warsong Wrangler deals 4, Hero Power deals 4.
He had 9, so that's what I was thinking.
Oh, he had 9.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, gotcha.
For some reason, I didn't think we
You're absolutely
were
right.
4. I thought it was at 3, but anyway. Here we are.
So, yeah, how can Eternal stay alive? Looks like this is actually going to be a throw away the Penflinger in order to play Shadowcrafter Scabs. And this is 8 damage hidden in stealth, as well as an Octobot and a field contact back into hand. Worth noting, Eternal now has a 10-card hand, so may have to either Hero Power, play something, or prep, just to discard a prep.
And
Gonna play out a naked Octobot. Okay.
Here's a big biscuit.
Biscuits and gravy.
Kodo Bane.
Does a quick shot do it? 2.
Yep.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Not too many great options here, but quick shot is a 3.
Still short on mana. Yeah, still can't quite find enough mana to hit that hero power button and win the game. Okay, this is Eternal's last turn.
Last hurrah.
So one of the traps is a new trap, the Ice Trap. So as soon as Eternal plays a spell, it will be countered and cost, I believe, 1 extra mana. Yeah.
And that is probably going to do it.
It's quiet.
Gosh.
7 cards in each battle cry.
Yeah, 7 cards, and the preps don't work.
Quiet.
The preps do work, because they'll cost 1 and they'll discount by 2. So you do technically come out ahead.
Does he have enough?
He's got a lot of draw right now.
He does. A double draw.
Just play. Oh no, the Garrot's going to get counterspelled.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that needed to be a preparation.
Okay.
The other preparation can still cause the other Garrote to come out, but
I think he's out of time.
Just out of time. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. I wish I could load from a save state, 'cause I think there's a way for Eternal to have maybe won that if the preparation got counterspelled instead of the Garrote.
Right.
Because that allows you to play both Garrotes and the Brain Freeze in order to continue drawing, but I will also confess I am not great at Garrote Rogue. And the amount... it's also worth thinking about the amount of health that Hunter had, I believe, was 23.
It was...
So,
23, 24, somewhere in that zone. So.
Yeah, so to do 24 damage, the base Garrote with no spell power does 12, and then each point of spell power does an additional 6. So in order to get from 12 to 24, you would need... Oh, I forgot to actually make... Sorry, I'm writing. Now I'm trying to write and talk at the same time. This is going to go great. You would have needed an additional... Oh, actually, I think he had enough. Right, an extra 2 spell damage gets there. Because that's an extra 12, and that gets you to 24. Oh, gosh. I want to say there's a way, but I'm not very confident. Give me like a 43% confidence, and there's a way to win that game. But under rope pressure with secrets and stuff in there, I'm not confident in my ability to bring that game to a win.
It's pretty... You got to go fast as well, too, right? You got to pretty much have everything going, and then assuming that there's no, I guess, counteract. God, I can't speak. Just trying to way to counteract that first spell, like the prep. So that would have determined where he went afterwards, but that didn't happen. So
right,
we had other thoughts afterwards.
But this is the league. Got to put that game behind you, and now it is so it's actually a quest rogue.
It's a quest team. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, with the
we see the early. Yeah. And the SI7 Skulker, of course, reducing Mr. Smite in price to 5, and the first Spy Gizmo already entering the hand very smoothly on curve. Resma, not able to get the rush stealth effect on this SI7 operative, but I think you're actually just okay with that. What do we got here? The Undercover Mole. This is the Stealth 2/3 that adds a random card to your hand from your opponent's class, which is actually rogue cards, which might be quite good. Might find some shadow steps and stuff.
Some shadow steps, some what's called the 4 damage.
Some wicked stabs.
Wicked stabs. Yeah, there you go.
Wicked scabs. Scab stabs.
Scabby stab in this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We won't go there, but that's fine. Undercover Mole, SI Agent, Dia Poke. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, do you bother poking the 1/3, but no need to burst his bubble. Just go hide.
Yeah. And, of course, playing around a potential... I don't know if Eternal's List has... I don't remember if Eternal's List has any Wand Thieves in it. I don't think so. I think it was playing 2 Cutlasses.
Yeah, it's just 2 Cutlasses and then...
But still, this is the setup to play around combustion. So you can't get... So your SI7 agent can't get combusted in the middle. Yeah. But there's also no way to generate combusts. So, all right. So it's going to be a Prize Plunderer this turn. In order to deal some damage. I guess, does that mean we're going to see both Prize Plunderers committed this turn, I suppose? This one, of course, does not have stealth, and also no shadow steps is unfortunate, but this is one where you probably can't afford. The Quest Rogue is going to try to out-tempo you and kill you with that notorious Battlegrounds Battlemaster that we see lurking on the side of Asma's hand already.
Ooh. Values at 2/1 to get off the board. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess just really appreciating how much of a tempo tool Prize Plunderer can be. Drawing cards and clearing boards and stuff, and whoa, the hidden Gyro Blade. I'm sorry, the hidden Euro Blade. Gyro Blade.
Gyro. Euro.
Oh yeah, the hidden Hero Blade.
Gyro Blade. So we're gonna see a 7/7 disappear off the board. because next turn, Battlemaster. I don't think Eternal may be looking for that, but yeah, okay. Get it out of here is what Eternal's saying.
Yeah.
Prize Plunderer. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, actually looking like Eternal wants to commit the Og Merchant potentially to get more draws. 28 is above that crucial 24 breakpoint we were talking about earlier.
So he's going to go for face. Okay.
Although with the Cutlass, I think your math gets a little fuzzier. You can get all the way to 28 if you can find a Cutlass and swing it face.
Right.
And get 2 spell damage. So of course, because it's a rogue, it has to be eternally permutatable.
That hurt my parts by saying that.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I pulled something in my jaw.
Permutatable. Okay.
I'm pretty confident that's not a word. Until now.
Till today.
Yeah. And a right on time Spymaster Scabs coming out. Just a real clean quest completion.
Tonkadonk.
Please, Tonk.
Turn 7.
I don't.
Because. Yeah. Yeah. That's Brushy would say. So.
I don't know if it's the right play, but it's the dopest play.
That's right. What damage? I got damage.
Damage.
All right.
And it only costs 5. I mean, 5 mana for an 8/5, and it blows up.
Too quiet.
So Eternal,
too dope.
Yeah, trying to crank some more juice out of here. So Secret Passage, possibly. Well, actually, yeah, I was gonna say he plays that now. He's jeopardy of sniping his field contact there. So
yeah, could Penflinger's Secret Passage still this turn in order to both get a draw and look for other stuff to do? Gonna spend the prep, I assume, to Secret Passage.
And hopefully snag another Shadow Step that hasn't been used yet.
What do you think about spending that Penflinger once again before the 0 mana Secret Passage to clear this 7/1 off is all I'm thinking. Okay, a Guardian Og Merchant does it as well. So that's the move.
I think he's still pretty. Yeah, I think he's in trouble still. Even if you put Battlemaster on there right now, it's what 6, 4.
Oh yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh wait, is that lethal damage?
If he counts it out, let's see. There's Scabs coming out.
Oh, or is it only 13? Wait, 6, 10, 13. Oh, it depends on if the... No, I don't know what I thought. For some reason, I thought there was...
Well,
don't listen to me.
There's definitely 13 there for sure with Battlemaster, so just saving it. Sniping the... Yeah.
And this is just a great disruption tool, tempo tool. The Fizz Flash Distractor means that this field contact cannot be played, but... How upset is Azuma about this bounce? Actually, somewhat, because in Classic Vanish, there actually was not enough hand space to fit big Scabs.
Yeah.
My hand is too full.
But Yeti, I don't think you're ready for this Yeti. I've always wanted to say that on stream, and now I get to.
Living the dream.
That's right. Does Tonk come down, or does Yeti? Or both? Nope, doesn't have enough mana for both. Got a Gyro Blade, so...
Yeah, I mean, the hidden Gyro Blade seems really good. And I like the Yeti. Throw the Yeti out there. I'm trying to see if there's any other stealth stuff we can do. Doesn't look like it.
He's doing...
Interesting. Going to go ahead and charge in Smite this turn.
Yep,
and I assume the Gyro Blade's going in. Yeah. Okay, Eternal. 8 cards left in deck. 2 4-attack creatures on the board.
Does he have time?
Let's see, Octobot Penflinger is going to allow for a relatively cheap Shroud of Concealment to get a draw. Hits a Swindle.
2 4 mana left. I don't know if he's got enough. I don't think he
Yeah,
does.
I don't think he does. And also, can you afford to send this 8 damage
Can't do
anywhere but smite?
it. Right.
Like this.
So there goes the. Okay, so prep. A little something off the board. Oh, another. Yeah, you just don't have. I don't think you have enough mana to
No.
go for the full
And if
blow.
you-
You only got 4 cards in deck, so it was close. It's just.
Oh, and even if you clear smite, it doesn't matter because these moles are going to be able to hit face.
All right.
Yeah, I think there's just not enough.
So.
I'm having
Appears-
flashbacks to Skullomance with the amount of Penflinger bounces going on.
Yep. Appears we're going to game 5.
So it would seem some of the best words you can hear in a Hearthstone series. It's already down to Game 5, Match 5, Series 5. This is as to the 5th as you can possibly get in Hearthstone, and as a fan of watching the game.
Yeah. We certainly aren't pleading the 5th. That's
Right.
a fact.
That is a fact. And getting that Rogue win, which means it's now a guaranteed Warlock v Rogue. Let's see what kind of Warlock Asma has.
I make my own.
All right.
I see a Mithril Rod. Oh, I see some Mortal Coils in there. Wait a minute. What does that mean?
That could still mean a owl. Owl
Just-
OTK.
Yeah, just cutting. What do you cut for Mortal Coils? Touches of the Nathrezim? Probably not. You need that for the healing. So,
Ooh, two rods is not is better
Huh.
than one, but
but
I don't want them right now.
gosh, actually, the Moarg Mortal Coil combo is hilarious. If you need to clear off field contact and stuff for 4 mana, you can play a Moarg and 2 Mortals Coil, draw 2 cards, and clear off some high threat level. Oh yeah, the Phylactery guarantees. It's exactly what you said. Big ol' hoots.
So I think this is I wouldn't say it's faster. It's just a little bit. I don't know, a little bit more damage. I think they can handle like the one cost mana cards you draw through your deck super fast. So that's the idea. One of the
Yeah.
ideas.
Can help you deal with non-Trog based early board threats.
Yep.
Ooh, get some solid discounts here. Anytime you can discount a field contact, that's great. If it can be alongside a Swindle, that's also great. Your second efficient Octobot. Obviously, kind of a whiff there on discounting Preparation, Shadow Step, and the coin.
Yep.
But, the other ones are pretty premium, so.
So, Eternal hoping for a Viper to come out, but he wouldn't be able to play it right away. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't. Might see a Viper.
Hey!
Ooh, can't play it just yet, but it's at least gonna spoil the party for Azima.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Zima's probably going to get. So, this is an interesting question for Eternal. Do you hold it for the second rod? Can you be. Do you want to be that greedy? I would assume no. I think it's like you're saying, just go ahead and get the value out of the Viper and put it on the board. And
Yep.
oh, I wonder if Azuma cut the full-blown evils to fit in the Mortal Coils. Like you said, get it a little lower to the ground.
That does. It's still in there. It just depends on your mix. I'm trying to remember which one, because this is the deck I was playing online with quite a few times. Not that I'm good at it, but Grimoire's in there. It did have Dr. Evil card in there.
The fullest blown evil.
Yeah. There's just so many
All right.
variations of Al, but that was one of the first ones that came out. So that's a good thing to see Viper used early. So.
Yeah, and actually, since Asma put 2 procs into it and then didn't get any of the value out of it, that's one of the highest value Vipers you can possibly get. And Eternal just tearing through their deck right now.
Yep. Which is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Does he prep and okay.
Interesting.
Does the passage.
Opting not to play the coin before the prep, though, so actually not going to be able to play out or cycle the cutlass or the flinger.
Right. Yeah, that probably would have been a better option, maybe. But
Tough to say. Yeah, the coin. I mean, the coin definitely does have some value. You know, if you draw Shadow Crafter Scabs off the top, maybe you want to be able to coin them out on 6. So there's an argument for it, but.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you play the Grimoire on your minion? Yeah. Get that field contact off the board as fast as possible.
Right. It has super taunt. It's even more threatening than a minion with taunt. Hey! So, let's see if this was specifically for coin scabs.
Nope.
It was not.
Head faked.
Yep.
Nope.
Thing is,
maybe
if you coin out now. If you coin scabs, you get to Viper again, and
Too quiet.
although you telegraph that from all the way downtown that the Viper's coming out again.
Let's do the rope-a-dope. Here, check out this.
Yep.
Say, what? Where did that Viper come from?
What? That Viper even come from?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so going to be able to put a Divine Shield on the field contact and still no full-blown evil in the hand for Asma. So the ability to, there's no, I don't think anyone's playing the spammy Arcanist, right? The new Defile on a stick.
The new Defile on the stick, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh no, there is a full-blown evil. Okay. Does that work? Not guaranteed.
School Spirits, maybe?
Yeah, you can evil for... Oh, no, I guess you can only full-blown evil once, because the Echo copy is full retail. Oh, gonna go for it.
Yep, try
to... Wow. That field contact has incredible reflexes.
That's right, he's using Jedi strength.
Yeah. Didn't even get the Divine Shield off, so Touch of the Nathrezim doesn't work. That's brutal.
Drain Soul and then hit it, but that would be such a waste of... Oh.
Yeah, I wonder... Touch of the Nathrezim on the self minion just to heal for 4 and get the cards out of the way so the next backfire can come down next turn for maximum discountage. Looks like this is going to be a Scab's turn.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So this is for all the marbles for the match. I forgot that it was a tied 9-9.
Yeah, tied 9-9, and the series is sitting at 2-2. This is as close as it gets for what you love to see in week 1. Wow, look at all the discounts. Look at how many of these numbers say 0 and
That's
1.
Right. Now Tamsin, does Tamsin in? There you go. Okay. Tamsin come out now? Maybe?
Actually getting really low. I was honestly kind of expecting a full-blown evil this turn to clear the stealth minions, but opting to preserve that instead and dedicate one of the school spirits, which you can do with a Moarg in hand, I guess. You don't need both school spirits necessarily.
There's our owl.
Hoot.
The only owl in the deck.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on 2 owls v 1 owls?
I think if your owl keeps on getting eaten up by some guy named Mutanus.
That guy sounds like a jerk.
Yeah. Eating big owls. That's just rotten animal abuse.
Yeah. Okay. 10 cards left in deck, but not for long.
Yep.
Gonna go ahead and start drawing with the pen flinger, and then I would assume to see a couple of shrouds come down.
Yep. Lost all that discount with the... Okay. So
yeah, actually...
I was looking for the field contact. It was already on the board.
Actually, with the way this turn is progressing, I'm a little surprised we didn't see Scab's Hero Power Shroud into potentially another Shroud.
And if you look at something, there's a coin that's still in Eternal's hand that's usually gone. Here we are turn 8. So
Yeah.
values the coin a lot.
Oh, that was the last creature? Did that
Yeah.
cloak Shadow of Concealment only draw prize plunderers? So there's Brain Freeze, Shadow Step, Preparation.
Oh, there's the wickets.
Yeah.
So here comes the Grimoire on the 8/4.
Humongous what?
Hugongus,
Oh, jeez.
The Hugongus Owl.
Does
8
that
to the
owl?
dome.
Yeah. Does that owl remind you at all? This is for folks who played Ocarina of Time. Does that owl remind you of Kaepora Gabora at all? Do you have flashbacks to the?
No, I'm not a part of that side of things, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, if you do find yourself playing through the Ocarina of Time, you do at one point meet a humongous owl, and pretty early on. Not a deep spoiler, but.
So I think Eternal might be pretty darn close, if not on point, at getting this with the battle cries in hand.
Yeah, 3 spell damage should bring the total to 18 plus 12, or bang on 30, if all the bleeds are drawn. But they are not yet drawn, so the spell damage has to stay on board now while the bleeds get drawn. And I don't think that will be the case if Asma has anything to say about it. Moarg Artificer, or just full-blown evil over and over again.
So Mr. Fire everything and everyone, at everyone, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wait, is Asma just going to go for it all? Lil Tamsin only costs 1, so this can actually be a double Phylactery Mega Giga combo.
Ooh.
Okay, gonna continue to greed. How many? This is the second Moarg, and we also saw a. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is enough. Is this enough? I assume this is enough.
This is gonna have to be enough.
Yeah, School Spirits is going to go ahead and clear off all the enemy minions, so all 7 times 8 of this is going to go into Eternal's face, and with a reverse sweep,
yep.
The Defias Brotherhood is going to take it home. Obviously a heartbreak for Agent PEE's Golden Showers, but a sigh of relief from Azuma and Defias, successfully taking the win on week 1. Wow, Saku, that went down to the very last
oh my goodness
turn.
That was it was definitely a race to get the combo off, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, obviously the power level of Garrote Rogue is quite powerful, but it's a deck that if you can put it under pressure and you can make them think about stuff and make other than just doing the Garrote thing, it can be. It's got. I feel like Rogue as a class has, since the dawn of Hearthstone, for those who remember the very beginning of Hearthstone, one of the very best decks in the format since the beginning of time was Miracle Rogue. Not exactly the same as Garrote Rogue, but it was another deck that just sometimes would have a hard time. It was depending on. Its power level was unquestioned, but its consistency, that's what I'm looking for. Its consistency could be kind of challenging. But big congratulations once again. Thank you to both players for playing on stream. Super appreciate the matches. But a big congratulations to Azuma, who joins us, and I can finally get clarifications. First of all, congratulations, bringing it home for the Defias Brotherhood week 1, scratching out those extra points and getting the week 1 win. But also, how do you prefer your name to be pronounced? Your handle there? Because so far I think I've said it Azuma, Azima,
and then
Asthma, and just a Zima, because I'm a degenerate, and if I can say Zima in a sentence, I will.
All right, might have some mic issues, or not ready yet. Oh, just typing. Okay. They can hear us. Okay.
Gosh, so that went Warrior versus Hunter, Warlock versus Hunter, Rogue versus Hunter. Hunter wins.
Okay.
And then Rogue versus Rogue, Rogue versus Warlock. It's just okay, having some mic issues, but oh my gosh, but you can hear us. So that means
Yeah.
Wait.
How now?
Oh.
Can you guys hear me? All right.
Yes. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
We'll
right,
rewind.
yeah.
Congrats on the win, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Just a quick point of order. What's your preferred pronunciation for your handle?
Azima's fine. Azima. That's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because you're going to hear all of them. If you watch the VOD, you're going to hear 100% of all the possible variations, except for it pronounced backwards, which I did not try until this moment. Amazon.
Azima. Yeah. Don't worry. People get the name wrong all the time. Understandable.
So, I mean, that got off to a dramatic start for you, going down to, pretty quick 0-2 to the Warrior and to the Warlock, and then able to corner that Rogue and come back. Where was your head at in that Game 3 Rogue versus Hunter? The Hunter had been struggling for you to that point, but you rode with it. What were your thoughts going into Game 3?
All right. So I know my first weakness was going Face Hunter because I haven't played that much lately. So I knew how to get rid of Face Hunter as soon as possible because I've been practicing more with Warlock and Rogue at that time. So as soon as I could get my Face Hunter done with, I thought that Warlock and Rogue should be fine when I go against his other decks. But I didn't think he was gonna play Garrote Rogue, so that's why I was a bit hesitant about going Face Hunter at first. So it was kind of like a hard start for me, but it worked either way.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
And we definitely saw on that Warlock in particular just the amount of draw. You had some turns with some animations in them, and that's where you can kind of get to see that practice actually display itself, where it's like, all right, this is going to be a big draw turn. There's going to be a lot of animations, and the Mithril Rod is going to proc, and then other things have to happen. And
that's true, because I was very unfavored against Garrote Rogue using my Warlock or my Quest Rogue. Those decks were not really favored against his Garrote Rogue, which is kind of where I messed up on a bunch of things. But somehow it still worked for me, which is surprising at the most part.
Oh yeah, and the Quest Rogue, definitely cool. Were you expecting a Quest Rogue on the other side, or do you suspect the Quest Rogue is the bring for this week? What was the thought process behind?
Honestly,
Quest
I thought
Rogue?
that he was going to be playing Quest Rogue as well, but I didn't think he was going to play Garrote Rogue until I first saw that last deck. But, I mean, at that point, I was just hoping for the best when against his Garrote Rogue with my Quest Rogue.
And you're able to not only beat it, but beat it 3 consecutive times, which is that is a feat in and of itself.
Yeah, surprisingly. And it's my first time playing in an actual T-Shell tournament, so I was under a lot of pressure with being streamed on at the same time, so I was I think that's what my first flaw was, being under all that pressure, and so I realized, okay, this is just fun. I'm just gonna see wherever this goes.
That's right. It's just normal. It's just normal Hearthstone. No big deal.
Yeah.
So. But
it's been a pleasure playing this week. Yeah, it's been a pleasure playing my first game and having it streamed. And it was most about having fun at that point.
Exactly, and that's all. That's all we look for is just to relax and have fun and just play the way normally play. Sometimes there is that added pressure, but you seem to forget the cameras after you get your first win down and just focus right after that. So, any highlights out of how you played tonight?
So far, I have not remembered what I played so far. I was just basically going for the win. I do not remember what I've done, but what I thought was surprising was the final match with my Warlock against his Garrote Rogue. I thought he would have enough time to draw a card to actually do enough combo damage with his Garrote card. So he was close to actually beating me with the Garrote Rogue deck at that last moment.
Right. Yep.
100%. If I didn't have my Owl that turn or enough damage to do on board to destroy my entire field, then he would have won the next round for sure. So that was surprising. And lucky at that point.
Once again, congratulations. Nice work bringing it home for Team Defias. We'll go ahead and let you hit the showers and relax, as it looks like Super Chicken and Genji are waiting for us, Saku.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah. Congrats again on the win, and Defias being the champions of last season. You're helping them start the season right. Good job.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much for everything.
No worries, man.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, and with that, it looks like oh my gosh, and it looks like you've also already seen. So with that, Team Defias takes the win, 3-2, 3 series to 2, in a nail biter of an opening for the Gold Conference here in Season 20, Week 1. But now, my friend, we transition into Heroes Series, a little bit of a different format. This is, of course, Last Hero Standing. And moving into a little bit of a different setup, a little bit of a different background for these next two players, Genji and Super Chicken, representing APM Yang and make a 5 seed out of a mole hole, respectively. This series is not quite as close. APM Yang has quite a bit of ground to make up, and so that's going to be a little bit more weight on Genji up against Super Chicken, who I'm actually really excited to cast Super Chicken again because I had the opportunity to cast Super Chicken at their run through the gaming stadium Hearthstone tournament a little while back, and that was super fun. Super Chicken going super deep, so always excited to see some Super Chicken. And with these bans, it looks like a Druid
is
banned away, yeah, and a Rogue.
And then we got the Bearded Wonder. We got Myanodon joining us to help cast this match tonight. Thanks.
Hello.
How did you do?
Hello. How did I do? We don't have to talk about that.
No.
So he definitely won 3-0. That's a
it was a fantastic. No, I mean it was a good series. It was well played. Sometimes you go second, all 4 games in tempo matchups, and it makes it a little harder. But what can you do? Anyway, we got this fantastic Hero Series match. Like you said, it is going to take a lot for APM Yang. I think 2-3-0s is the only way they could even tie this one. So no way to win the week, but still points matter. And for a first week, it's okay. Get into the swing of things. I'm doing the same. So.
So it is going to be Genji on the Demon Hunter, Druid, and Warlock up against Super Chicken's Paladin, Rogue, and Warlock. This is, of course, Last Hero Standing, so once you lose with a deck, you stop. When you win with a deck, you must stay on it. And so this can change quite a bit in terms of your deck brings. With the previous series was, of course, Conquest, where when you win, it's done, and you must get 3 different wins. This time, if you can find a deck that just will win 3 times in a row, that's your cleanest way through a Last Hero Standing.
Yeah, and there's a few options there. I mean, we saw for Super Chicken, the Druid was banned, which means no Celestial Druid shenanigans there. But the Rogue is still available, so Garrote Rogue is one of those decks that can certainly find a sweep. So we might be seeing that out of Super Chicken. Genji's Rogue, though, was banned out. So might be more leaning towards that Celestial Druid or that Warlock. Maybe it's Owllock or Handlock. Both pretty viable options to try to take those sweeps. And Demon Hunter, that's the one I'm the most interested in, actually, because there's quite a few different decks I've seen out there, and I'm curious to see what they bring here in that 1 seed. I mean, there's Fel, there's some weird OTK variants, there's more of the traditional OTK variants we've seen before with the Lifesteal. Some people are playing big Demon Hunter. I mean, there's some stuff out there, so I'm curious to see what we got.
Yep. Players have just jumped in. Sorry to interrupt there. So we got Super Chicken to spec first, who's going to be at the bottom of the screen with Genji at the top. So it's Druid for Genji and Super Chicken with Pally.
Yeah, how dare you interrupt me while with the gameplay that we're about to see, right? Me just rambling on is way more important. So we are in game 1. It is Paladin for Super Chicken and Druid for Genji. So this appears to actually be the buff Paladin and not Libram. So I definitely a viable option when you're expecting, some of these potential decks. I consider to myself as well. In Legacy, where in the closed format, where you kind of get that surprise. People are usually expecting Libram, and then that buff Paladin can often get underneath some of these decks.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We see some new cards in here. The Battle Ram Commander, adding 2 Battle Rams, and it's just a way to add. It kind of reminds me of the powering up phase in the old Rush Warrior days, where it's just a thing that generates some things, then you hit it with the Bannerman or the Blessing of Queens much later on in the game.
Oh, okay. So we are running the Nerubian Egg variant. There's few out
Oh,
there. Some are running the egg. Some, a slightly different early game. Some are running like Staden. Um, quite a few different options, but a solid start so far. Just able to chip away and put those divine shields critically on the board, which are going to be tough for the Druid to deal with.
yeah, Druid just doesn't have a way to do. They don't have an immolation aura equivalent. They have to do things like hero power and then cast. I mean, their removal isn't that good anyway. Pretty much just lunar eclipse, and then if you
Ooh.
put a divine shield in there, it's just brutal. So this Squawker, I believe, is just going to add more.
Yeah, another hold the bridge, get more divine shields. I was when we drew that Stoneheart, I was considering that as well because, I mean that's a pretty good spell to get off of your Squawker, and getting that extra divine shield is very nice. But there's a couple of other spells maybe you'd rather have proc, and so getting it on the Vindicator to potentially draw one of those and play it right away was an option.
Gosh, Genji already down to only 19 life after that hero
Yeah.
power, 9 damage showing. Oh, and the Bannerman comes into hand with eggs
The
and
ram.
battle rams.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a few tools now. We'll see if we do want to go for that Vindicator and just keep trying to push and put some tough things on the board to deal with when we have that Battle Master there just waiting in the wings to get that extra damage. If we do that, you can always Nerubian Egg or play those Battle Rams. Potentially, you're able to use one of those Rams with that spell to clear off this Goldshire Knoll. So that's where I'm leaning, and it looks like Super Chicken's thinking the same thing. Let's see what the spell is. Noble Mound, that's a good pickup.
Oh, perfect.
And then that's going to be a nice clear there on the 5/3 and keep those Divine Shield minions with those high attacks together and healthy. To be able to Battle Master next turn. That's going to be a lot of damage potential, and is there an answer here? We do have Lokalar, but I don't know if it's enough.
Yeah, I mean, the 3. It's funny, the Stonehearth Vindicator doesn't have Divine Shield, but the number of spells that it draws to either increase its health or give it Divine Shield, it kind of reminds me of that vanilla card. I forget exactly. You know which one I'm talking about, right? The 3 mana, 3/1 Divine Shield from the way back, the classic set.
Oh yeah, was that Scarlet
Crusader?
Crusader? Was it Crusader? I was gonna say Crusader, but I feel like that might be the charge one.
I think that might be the Crusader.
Yeah.
You can tell that this game is over because we're talking about the core set.
Yeah. Some old old cards that no one's playing anymore. So there's that first win. So Anacondra Druid is not gonna be the answer here, and it's gonna have to go. So what does Genji play here to try to answer this buff Paladin? Maybe it came a little bit as a surprise. Handlock potentially, or
the
Owllock.
mill. Yeah, this is the full bore mill warlock.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Playing Altars of Fire. I think the last version of this I saw didn't have room for Soul Rend, but maybe if if you're expecting some board strategies, maybe you do tech in a Soul Rend.
Yeah, the recent versions, this is the quest handlock, and recent versions have been cutting that Soul Rend, like you said. When we see that Altar of Fire, and now with the Cult Neophyte, I really don't think there's Soul Rends in there. But again, into this matchup, there's going to be a lot of Divine Shields, so Soul Rend doesn't always really land anyway. So this is going to be a try to cycle and get your taunts and heals as fast as possible for the Warlock.
And what does that mean the Demon Hunter is, that Mill Quest Warlock was the choice into a buff Paladin? Because obviously buff Paladin does have quite a bit of removal, but you mentioned those Divine Shields, and we saw prevalent Divine Shields last game. Those can really make touches of the Nathrezim, drains souls. You pretty much need full-blown evils, and I don't think there's room in this list for full-blown evil, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I wonder what that Demon Hunter is with that sort of choice here. I mean, Divine Shields aren't great for OTK DH either.
True.
But I still, I don't know. That's where I'm leaning. That's kind of where I thought it was when I first saw the Demon Hunter with this lineup. It seemed like a very much these kind of combo-y decks. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see if we get there. But for now, Genji just trying to find some answers That Ram Commander, a little bit of a problem. But Shadowblade Slinger plus Drain Soul could deal with it. If we want to go that route. Would have to use the coin.
Yeah, and it's just annoying that a 1/1 Divine Shield is going to come out of it. If you do successfully spend your Shadowblade Slinger and your Drain Soul, you then have, which is, of course, a 1/1 is less threatening than a 3/3, but it's still just another Divine Shield to have to get through. With that being the case, do you ever just touch of the Nathrazim this 3/1?
Yeah, that's certainly an option. Maybe you still pop the Divine Shield as well, just to test the board and use your mana. And it looks like that is going to be the play here for Genji. Gets the heal, gets rid of the Divine Shield to make these trades a little less awkward. Iron Deep Trog, that is something you love to see for Super Chicken, especially with that Hold the Bridge. That's going to be really hard to deal with, and that would just negate any type of spells they want to cast. They still have the coin in the hand.
Oh my gosh, you're right. An Iron Deep Trog with Divine Shield and 1 extra hit point, because 3 health is okay. Going to go ahead and play the Squawker.
Yeah,
in order
also
to get a noble
good.
mount on there. Yeah,
get another mount. Can't argue with that logic either.
But yeah, I want to see this Trog. I guess with the number of board attacks available, there's too many iterations where no spells get played. But man, I'm going to be honest with you, I want a Trog. When I see a Trog with pants. Because that's all you got to do. You add some pants to a Trog, and all of a sudden, problems.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that this turn here. So maybe waiting a little bit worked out in Super Chicken's favor. Just holding back for 1 turn on that Trog is going to allow less minions to oppose it and make it a little bit stickier. I think Genji considering coin Shadowblade Slinger. I don't see any other play here, but only dealing 2 damage. It gets rid of the Divine Shield, but it's not really enough to clear anything else. Suppose you're thinking around, playing around the Blessing of Authority that you think they might have. You want to get rid of the Divine Shield, so there's less of a problem later, potentially.
Yeah. Is there a consideration here for coin Shadowblade Slinger? Probably not, right? I can't think of unless you really want to remove. Okay, just trying to decide.
Yeah,
but
I think hold back. There was certainly, the thought there for Genji. But now, going to go for that Trog play, and going to be tough to answer. The Divine Shield 3/3. Nothing in the hand as far as we can see for Genji, and this buff paladin just storming away.
Yeah, Tap needs to find. I mean, even finding some of the best cards that I can think of off the top of my head, things like Goldshire Knolls and stuff like that. Actually, this works. Yeah, an honorable kill on the Iron Deep Trog will remove it in conjunction with that Slinger. So, 1 bullet dodged. Oh my gosh, another Squawker comes into hand.
Oh boy. This is not looking very good here for Genji. You never know with this deck, but with this hand, it's looking pretty tough. We're still 6 cards away from these, the Baron Scavengers and the Bristlebacks. We do have an Anatheron now available for 1 mana to try to fight back on this board, but not going to go for the Anatheron just yet. Can tap first.
Still get the Anatheron for 1 mana?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 9, so we're just hoping there's no buffs. And if we do the Altar of Fire, we can set up some of these heals.
And actually going to be able to coin out a Baron Scavenger.
Yeah.
With Genji,
Oh, no, did not want to lose the Tamsin. But, you got to just take what you can get here. Survival is more important. Lost the Raised Dead and a Flesh Giant as well. But with those 2 Bloodshard Bristlebacks in hand, maybe there's still a chance here. I don't see lethal available. So if we can answer the majority of this board, we're going to heal up quite a bit here as well for Genji, and maybe there's still a shot.
Yeah, Super Chicken going to come crashing in with all the leftover board from the previous turns. But like you mentioned, getting a little thin on resources, though. Worth mentioning, this Smite is a 7 attack, having been hand buffed by the Banner Banana Man.
Yeah, the Smite might just seal it here. We'll see. We can heal back up.
Because there's never...
Another 12 heals. Ooh, so we are just going to go take 1 extra damage just to look for it. Yeah, and we did hit the taunt. That's actually pretty nice. And the Shadow Blade Slinger. So we are able to combine that with those 2 Bristlebacks. We can clear off the 5/4. And then it's a question of, I guess we probably clear off the Sungwind Stalker as well. Just get rid of the most damage here with those 2 Bristlebacks.
Yeah,
And then drop a taunt. Or you can deal 3 damage to something as well, alternatively with the Slinger.
Yeah, is going to opt for the taunt. Just, I mean, 18 isn't, there's only 6 showing right now, and of course the Smite is currently, if you added Mr. Smite, it's 7 more, only 13, but Genji's got to be, I would play the taunt. That doesn't necessarily mean it's correct, but in this instance, looking at this board, I would be a little nervous and I would play the taunt.
Oh, absolutely. I think the taunt, the better play there. Tanks potentially 6. You're only removing, with this current board, 2 damage max with that Shadow Blade Slinger. So,
True.
Definitely agree with that. That choice there. Gonna go for the Squawker. Get another hold the bridge. Play the other hold the bridge. We're holding all of the bridges here.
These bridges.
Not storm the bridge.
Isn't it a
Not
nursery
this
rhyme?
bridge.
That's a nursery rhyme, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah. All right. Well, still a decent amount of heal available with these Bristlebacks staying on the board. There's more taunts, as well as this null can combo that with the taunt there. Yeah, and there we go. Just a quick clear and some nice heal. Not a full clear, but
no, but
pretty much removing.
Being able to value trade, being able to value trade with the Bristlebacks, because you were mentioning how the Bristleback's still alive. Being able to use those to clear off like the 1/1 and the 2/2 is just huge, Norma-gantuan big. Or just taking the 4 off the board, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's totally fine too. Keep 1 alive, take some damage off the board. Don't let them get through your taunt here very easily.
You are susceptible to the consecrate effect.
Wow, that is the game. Yeah, it was going to be tough to come back from this position. And that is the problem with the buff paladin. If you are forced off the board, that is it. So we are going to 1/1 now. Quest Handlock, the deck to beat for Super Chicken. We have the Rogan paladin Rogan Warlock remaining. So could go for the mirror. If we're also bringing that Quest Handlock, seems to be one of the 2 popular options. There is a fun Ticketus lock that's out there, but less common in these open list, or actually you could see it in closed list potentially.
And don't forget the big hoot.
Yeah, the hoot could certainly come out, and if it was going to be the Warlock mirror, I was going to say it probably was Owl Lock. I think it's got a little bit of an advantage over the Quest Lock, but it is going to be the Rogue here instead, and I like that as well. Looking to be Garrote Rogue here.
Yeah, so opting for a Garrote Rogue into the Quest Warlock. This is one of those matchups where the Altar of Fire, in particular, is one of those double-edged swords. Because if you mill a Garrote, right, or if you mill their spell damage, or if you mill, you can essentially just break the game.
Yeah, it's this
but
weird.
If you miss, you make it more
weird,
likely.
You got to do this weird balancing act too, because if you get rid of one, it doesn't always work out. You can once they know they don't have one, if you do it before they've used some of their resources, right. They can sort of play around it and keep certain things to try to get that lethal anyway. But if you time it just right, where they're kind of stuck, having to use something before and then removing the other piece, that's the sweet spot. It's hard to get there sometimes, but that's really the sweet spot here. And we'll see if Genji's able to find that.
Yeah, just able to get these draws going right now. And we see Dreadlich Tamsin ready to go on turn 6, potentially as early as turn 5 with the coins. I wouldn't be actually surprised to see Genji try to play out some cards on turn 4 to try to make room to be able to Tamsin on 6 and really get those draws going.
Yeah, it's a weird question actually with this deck sometimes. I mean, you usually do still like doing it, but you can no longer hurt yourself with the hero power, so you have to get your other Tamsin through regular fatigue and other cards, and it makes it a little bit harder when you can't just tap for damage. But the alternative of that is often if you're able to remove, like you said, one of those Garrots, and you're potentially able to heal the full, and then that Tamsin extra 5 armor can be the game winner sometimes. So there's these weird lines with this matchup specifically. You kind of have to know by reading, what's going on and the timing of things, when to play the Tamsin and when to hold back and try to get your quest done.
Yeah, and actually, Genji able to just put a bunch of board pressure on the board and force Super Chicken. Super Chicken is also in this game. And I realize I've been spending a lot of time
talking about Genji. So far, Super Chicken didn't have too much to do, waiting for that big cycle turn. We hit one of those so far. Finding the other field contact as well is going to open up some options later on. We have the Octobot and the Og Merchant as well. So a lot of those pieces in the hand just needs to cycle and continue the game plan here. Has the Shroud to do that as well.
I like this. Going to grab a Netheron again.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Advances the quest, gets you a 1 mana Anetheron. At this point, Genji has spent 0 mana. Because the coin is able to coin out the Anetheron. And Slinger is going to clean up. Yeah.
Gold Null as well. Very nice pickup. Slinger also clearing things off, and that is quite a hefty board to deal with. Battlemaster in hand as well. That's quite a threat, and gonna have to answer something here. Could just be dead. Does have the Prize Plunder, though, to answer, so not quite dead, I think, with the Battleground Battlemaster. If you clear off the Null here, that's 16, 20, so you're alive at 1.
Jeez.
If you're able to clear off just the Null, is there a way to clear off the Anetheron is the question. I guess you always swing into the 2-1, so it's only 16 or 18 damage, so you're up alive at 3, but not a comfortable position.
No, and trading, just double check me on this, trading does not count as a card played with regards to Prize Plunderer's damage, right?
No.
You must play a card for that to count.
It looks like we are going to go for the clear on the 8 sticks here with oh no, we're going in this direction.
Yeah, well, I think you're right, though. I think this might indicate a Shadow Step coming down.
Yeah, Shadow Step only would only do 4 there, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
5.
no, you're right.
So I think it was 4. Yeah, it would have been still off, unfortunately. I think we need to use, if we were going to use the Shadow Step, we wanted to Prize Plunder the 8/6 twice.
Right.
Which we ended up not doing. Yeah.
Touch of the Nathrezim coming in, which is going to just further discount both of these Flesh Giants even further, both down to 3 now. And only 14 cards left in deck for Genji, so we're not far off of these Bristlebacks and Baron Scavengers, wherever they are, lurking in the list, coming online and being extremely playable.
All right, we are going in. It is time. It has to be. We have the Octobot as well, so we can start drawing and cycling. Gonna use the Swindle here, though, for full cost. There's the first Garrot. The second one off the top. Can start setting up with this Octobot. Penflinger, I guess, and then we're just dead to the board.
Yeah, we must clear a Netheron.
We must clear, so yeah. Gonna have to go for the clear on a Netheron. The Penflinger can come down. Discount. Oh man, yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. This is the juice.
Penflinger. Oh man, and we are able to. How much damage does that do right now? The last one did 5, 6, 7.
6, 7. This will either do 7 or 8, and it's so important to be right. The difference between 7 and 8.
You could use the Og Merchant, I guess, to finish things off. So yeah, It is going to be the Og Merchant. You do have to use it. That does reduce some of your damage potential, but with this kind of board, hoping this can do it.
It was 8.
There's no Soul Rend. Yeah, so you needed to play that Og Merchant. That's what I thought. That's what I felt was needed. Could have done it the other way as well, but then you would have had to tank 1 damage.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Playing the Og Merchant, I think playing the Og Merchant pushed it to 9 damage. So without it, it would have done 8.
Oh, did it?
We could have saved the Og Merchant.
Yeah, then we definitely should have. I missed that.
It went by really quick. I'm about 40%. I'm like.
I trust you. I trust you. But now we're kind of in a bit of a pickle. We don't have Og Merchant anymore, so all of our spell power really has to come from the trader, which we don't have yet. So gonna just empty out the deck with Secret Passage. We also have the Shroud to draw it. But we do want to get rid of the other cards in our deck, so I like this play as well.
And if this finds Scabs, it's immediately playable. Scabs? Nope.
Yeah, so last card, Scabs. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Can now Swindle and then Secret Passage, and we have the rest of our deck, I believe.
Yeah,
And
that should do it.
Or do you Blackwater Cutlass first? What's our last card? Is it the other Cutlass to running too?
I think it's the other Cutlass. I don't think I've seen I don't think I've seen a Wand Thief yet.
Yep. Yeah, so this is going to come down to it. Do we have enough damage with the Guild Trader? I guess we play the Scabs first. Some of those 4/2s. Hope they have no taunts to play.
Yeah, 12 cards left in deck for Genji. Also a hand full, so the next draw is going to be a mill, I'm pretty sure, for Genji. Just got to let all these secret passages are so...
Also, how do we draw the Garrots is a question. I guess we don't have any... Ooh. Oh, well, that's the Guild Trader, and that is going to be, I think, impossible now. I'm trying to figure out the damage. We can obviously still play this Scabs to try to set something up. How much damage do we have? So you Scabs and then just double Garrot, and...
Yeah, we have no spell power left, right? That's the... Yeah. So it's...
I don't even know if you play Cult Neophyte, because they have ways to heal when you give them minions to hit. I don't like actually playing any minions here. Do we need to, though, for lethal? Maybe you have to. I didn't do the math. I assume Super Chicken has done the math, because that's 2, 4, 5, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we need... Did we need the damage? If we had did another 2, we draw 8 damage. We have the 8 damage on board. Yeah, so I think we were short. So we needed to play these, unfortunately, and that is going to be the game. I don't really see a way to deal this kind of damage. And that's going to... Yeah, Goose is cooked. Unfortunately, for Super Chicken, the Garrot was not able to get there. Altar of Fire played exactly at that perfect time. Like I was saying, once they have to use some of those tools... we saw it play out just there. The Og Merchants had to be used early. We saw that one potentially. We're going to have to watch that replay because I'm not sure. If it was 9 damage, then playing that Og Merchant was potentially a throw. I don't know if we would have had enough damage regardless the way it played out, but could have certainly been the decider.
Yeah, it's tough with both Shadow Steps spent as well. I'm trying to think of how much spell damage was ever going to be available for Super Chicken at that point. Because like you said, both that Og Merchant I don't think needed to be played that turn. But also, if you're not sure, you kind of do have to play the Og Merchant because doing 7 was unacceptable. So if you're not sure...
Yeah, I mean, you could have played it first, though, because the Og Merchant was free. And then you'd have to tank 1 damage by using your face on the 1/1.
True.
But, like, that way you're kind of playing the... I mean, hopefully you're counting correctly, and I wish I was better at doing that. But
yeah, Prize Plunderer math following Prize Plunderer damage is one of the things I find actually most difficult about trying to play Garrot Rogue with any.
When I'm playing and not trying to talk about the game, sometimes I can do it a little bit better. But while casting and discussing what's going on and doing the math, it's hard out here. Okay.
And then you got me in your ear, which makes it about an order of magnitude more difficult.
Oh, that just makes it way easier. If I could just have you in my ear when I'm playing all the time. But yeah, so it looks like a full mirror here for this matchup.
Oh yeah, all the way down to the Altars of Fire.
Yeah, there we go. Altar coming out. There goes a Giant. That's not what you want to see. Baron Scavenger, Null, Shadowblade Slinger. So overall, pretty even, I would say. 1 Giant on one side and Raised Dead on the other side.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Maybe Raised Dead's better. I don't know.
Yeah, and Altar of Fire is one of those things where, I mean, I'm pretty sure Genji's going to have the option of potentially having some loose mana, not this turn, opting to backfire instead, and actually going to mill the next draw, it looks like.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So I don't care about my cards. I just need to get to the end of my deck. That's what Genji's saying, and we're doing a good job getting there so far.
Touch of the Nathrezim going to go ahead and heal.
Tour Guide, not the worst mill.
Interesting Cult Neophyte, not the counter Gold Chernol off the jump, but okay, it is going to come down this turn.
Yeah, there was a potential. What have we had die so far? Just a Tour Guide?
I think just a Tour Guide so far.
Yeah, because there was. Well, now we had the Null as well, but there was a world where I think you could raise dead and play the Slinger for the damage there.
And this is an interesting dynamic. Genji being able to backfire and Super Chicken not being able to backfire means that Genji's able to get the 1 mana Baron Scavenger down first. The other one was milled, I'm pretty sure. But the 1 Baron Scavenger that does remain, able to come down first. So we'll see if a 1 mana 6/6 will end up having any effect. Although I think a tap is actually going to bring it to 10, isn't it? Oh no, the tap brought it to 11 cards remaining.
Yeah, we are. Next turn we can activate all of those fun things, but for now, just going to have to hold back. There's a Giant available, Bristleback as well. Tamsin would mill a card.
So where are we at quest progression wise? 2 out of 8 for part 2, so not very close at the moment. Quite a ways off from getting big Tamsin. This should be a Null and a Neophyte, or potentially a Tour Guide. Looks like it's going to be a Neophyte and a Null. Still need 3 more damage, though. Both backfires played already, so it's just going to have to be... Oh, is it just going to have to be through taps? Because that other Raise Dead got milled by Super Chicken's Altar of Fire. We've seen these 2 players play incredibly quickly, but now this is a complicated turn, because you have to think about which of your cards got milled, so which ones are you actually waiting to see?
Yeah. Just not even gonna clear off the Slinger here. Choosing to keep the 5/4 healthier in order to set up a Battlemaster. I like that.
Yeah, Battlemaster in both hands now. Is that true? Yeah, Battlemaster just now coming into hand for Super Chicken, already in hand for Genji.
Gonna be a nice heal, though. We are gonna be able to Bristleback, trade, touch, drop a Giant as well. If we want to Drain Soul, we can coin. Oh.
Hey, one of the times where Coin Giant does work.
Okay, we could have tapped, we could have Drain Sold there. There were a couple of options. If we wanted to remove the Bristleback, we could have Drain Sold with the coin and played Flesh Giant. Instead, we did choose to progress the quest. Also a viable option there. And keeps our heal, where we would have wasted some heal there. So.
Yeah. And now for Genji, where's the other? So I guess the other Bristleback is one of the 6 remaining cards. It's another Touch of the Nathrezim, another Drain Soul, another Bristleback, and another Flesh Giant. He said, not very confidently.
Yeah, that is a Flesh Giant, certainly. So a couple of options here. We can, start off with that tap. Finds the Bristleback. This does mean you can Bristleback and Shadowblade Slinger to clear off the other Giant.
Oh, that's
Follow it
huge.
up with your Giant here, and ooh, that is a juicy play. Gotta go fast. Gets the play off. Genji with a nice setup here. Tamsin available does mean we can go for all of the Drain Souls.
Yeah.
Or just play this Tamsin and clear off everything but that Giant and just summon that Scavenger to stand in the way.
There is about to be a lot of Tamsinses in this game.
A lot of Tamzai.
Yep. It's like geese, it's like Tamis.
Tamis? Tease? I don't know. And someone will come up with that. And it'll be us. It's going to be Teats.
Yep. It's going to be. And so what could you possibly Mutanus besides the other Mutanus? I'm trying to think if there's any.
Battlemaster, I guess.
That would be
huge.
huge.
Pretty solid target there. Does remove that potential from the other side.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be a great hit.
Also, note with that change into Tamsin, that means I think we don't have another Raised Dead. I think we milled the Raised Dead, right?
The Genji's Raised Dead got milled.
Genji's Raised Dead. So we still have one more Raised Dead in the deck here for Super Chicken. So we are going to be able to finish part 2 pretty easily. Part 3 is going to be a little bit harder to get through. The backfire as well to get in the deck.
Yeah, it's wild. It's turn 8, and both of these decks are almost completely empty. There are 9 cards left total in deck combined for both of these players, and it's turn 8.
Oh, here comes the Mutanus, and he eats himself. Oh boy, that is cannibalism.
Yeah,
that is not good. Shouldn't do that.
That's definitely a crime. I'm not sure what it's called, but that's a crime.
Yeah, Murloc cannibalism? I don't know. What is... Someone knows.
Yep, double trade to allow Tamsin to clear the big Mutanus, and that's going to be the end of the deck for Genji. This is going to draw those last 2 cards, Touch of the Nathrezim and, the other Flesh Giant.
That is a pretty good pickup. Going to be able to play the Flesh Giant as well, and we're in that fatigue spot where we can start dealing damage to ourselves to get this Tamsin online. So, not a bad situation here for Genji. Gonna just tap into it, get another 3/3 on the board. Their Tamsin's already been played, so they don't have a clear for this board of 3/3s as well. As far as you know, we do see all the Drained Souls in the world available here, though.
There's some live Bristlebacks in there. You mentioned the Drained Souls, and Lil Tam is in there as well. Is that another Bristleback? It is.
Sure is. Plenty of Bristlebacks available. Looks like gonna use one here to heal. And then the Tamsin coming down. A little awkward because you can't play both of the Drained Souls, so just gonna copy one of those. And the Altar of Fire, just a dead card here.
Yeah. At this point, is there any advantage to even getting yourself? I mean, there's a backfire in hand, so it seems like might as well just use the back. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems, I genuinely don't know. When Genji gets to fatigue so fast, and it's by virtue of having not only gaining the symmetrical effect of the Altar of Fire, but having played both backfires already.
Yeah, crucially getting both backfires down, and this is gonna all just allow the Tamsin to come down as well.
And big Tamsin.
Just triple Tamsins, all the Tamsins. How many Tamsins can you count?
I definitely can't count this high.
1, 2, what are we at? How many Tamsins can you handle? This is way too many Tamsins. There is the backfire we were talking about, just sitting in the bottom of the deck, going to make things a little bit harder here. Can clear off the Tamsin at least.
Yeah, big Tamsin going to be able to come down. Oh no, that was only the middle. That wasn't even the big Tamsin quest step. Oh my gosh, I just assumed. Oh my gosh.
You can only hope it was, but it was not. This is going to be able to clear this off though. And the Bristleback can just stay in the hand for now if we want, or go for the full clear. No problem there either.
Going to be able to develop that taunt and just hold off any pressure. But now Genji can just lean on that 2 mana, get a 3/3, deal a pile of damage button.
Yeah. That is going to be tough to come back from, especially when you have not completed your Tamsin either. So you're going to have to deal damage to yourself anyway. We're already doing it. We're already fatiguing. But we will be able to get the Tamsin next turn. Is it going to be enough, though? How much damage?
This Bristleback is awkward, being still in the game and on the board. Going to be used double Touch of the Nathrezim. Oh no, just making one Touch of the Nathrezim available. And
yeah, that does mean we can tap here to get Tamsin at exact damage. Right, we take.
Oh yeah, this will be a 3. Yeah, I think you're right. Puts us at 17 with a big Tamsin on the board. And I mean, what answer does Genji have for Big Tamsin? Right, Big Tamsin is still a 7/7 beater, and can be buffed up by the Battle Master. And Super Chicken saw Mutanus eat Mutanus in the Crime of the Century.
Yeah, I think Super Chicken's just doing the math to see if it's even worth playing out. I mean, we hero power, we get the Tamsin, then we can play Cult Neophyte. I think going over what else is left in the hand, got to know that it's the Battle Master plus Touch, and then Anathron we don't know necessarily. I think that was off of Raise Dead. So
yeah, you're right. So
interesting.
Okay,
so,
just gonna go ahead and push damage.
Okay, yeah, I like this play as well. This does mean that you are just saying, I can play the Tamsin next turn. Instead, I can just play it outright at the beginning of the turn, then tap, deal 4 damage off the tap, and then backfire, all in one turn. So I do like this play a lot. Seeing Super Chicken kind of find that line was really, really clever.
Yeah.
And gonna be alive here, just alive enough to make the win. Let's see. Gonna dish that Tamsin out now. Hero power, backfire. How much damage is that? Where next fatigue does 5, then another 3. That's 8 plus 6, 7, 8. That's got to be lethal.
That's got to be enough.
Super Chicken.
Wow.
This is a really smart play there to finish things off. Able to clear off the board and set up that lethal here. We're going to
5 plus 6 plus 7.
game
Wow.
5, aren't we?
I believe we are. I believe you're right, because the Battle Master can attack. You can do one attack with the Imp and then trade it off.
It's all over.
There it is. The Battle Master. The Battle Master from last turn, taking it all the way home with the torch. What a spot from Super Chicken, able to find the way out of that game. Alive at 2, my Anadon. Alive at 2. Twice as many hit points as you need, technically.
Wow. All right. So that is going to be Super Chicken with that handlock, winning that crucial mirror. And it's going to be up to Genji with the Demon Hunter. What could it possibly be here to answer?
I mean, I liked what you said earlier about it probably being an OTK Demon Hunter. I assume a Quest Il'gynoth OTK kind of Demon Hunter.
That would be my initial guess, but you never know. There's been some decks going around that could make an appearance. Maybe they'll find those.
Oh man.
Points.
Yeah, let's do some Kurtrus expendable performers wombo combo biz.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That's the lead we're looking for. But it does just look to be that Quest lifesteal that we were talking about.
And there we see the Glide, that nefarious, handsome devil can really make some stuff.
There she is. Ready to rock. Going to be able to play it out if we want on turn 4 as well.
And so I'm interested to see. The thing is, Super Chicken does have. This is another one of those matchups. We were talking about this a little bit with Garrote Rogue, but with Altar of Fire, there's actually an extremely binary hit where if you hit Il'gynoth, you win the game.
Yes, yeah, that certainly could happen here. It could actually determine the win, and we're gonna rip it.
But there's the other side of that. There's the other side of that coin. If you don't hit Il'gynoth, you just get him closer.
That's good. Acrobatics.
Oh, got a Field Trader.
Oh, and you Tannis. Oh, that was another option for the win, and that's gone.
Oh, my heart.
Oh man. Wait, we just drew Il'gynoth off the top too. It was one card away.
One card off.
Oh boy. Oh.
I mean, it's
Super
probably
Chicken, if you're watching the VOD, sometimes you're one off the card. It happens.
Yep. But there might be another opportunity, as I assume this Il'gynoth is going to get glowed at some point.
Yes, there will be another opportunity probably with that Altar of Fire, the second one, but we did lose that Mutanus, which was
That is a
that
tragedy.
third chance. That third chance, unfortunately, only getting rid of one of those combo pieces in that Fell Screen Blast. They don't need all of that to take you down. So.
At the Outcast Glide immediately, Super Chicken just spent a bunch of health and time and mana drawing an extra 3 cards, and going to see all that good work undone. Meanwhile, Genji is gaining momentum.
Yeah, we did also lose the Guild Trader for Genji too, so there is some
True.
potential damage numbers there, but we have the Moargs. I think there's still plenty of damage available for that lethal. But Super Chicken just trying to win the tempo game here. That it looks like playing that Bristleback. Not going to be too many minions to target anyway, so I like that.
Yeah. If it pulls out an I-Beam, which seems being able to see Genji's hand, looks pretty likely, but I don't think you're even too upset necessarily to see an I-Beam come out, because that's just another thing that Genji's not going to be able to use later on in the game. And if there is no I-Beam, then you get to recursively heal off it and make those giants cheaper.
Pleasure doing this.
Yeah,
And as you
absolutely.
mentioned, not a lot of targets, right? Like these guild traders aren't hitting the board till the game's over.
Yeah, there is that second Guild Trader, so still plenty of damage available. We are going to be able to complete the quest as well. And seeing the Mutanus gone allowed Genji to just say, I'm safe to just finish my quest without having to play the Kurtrus this turn.
Yeah, and also crucially, just Kurtrus in hand, ready to go. Super Chicken, as you mentioned, no Mutanus. That's another thing you can potentially try to rip is, although there's no coin either, there's not enough mana. Wow,
Right.
This is a quest complete with Kurtrus played on turn 6. Genji had a full sprint.
Yeah, I'd say not too shabby. Held back the hero power, just saying, I don't care. I don't care about chipping away at your face with 1 damage. That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm going to OTK you. It doesn't matter. So why even bother wasting the energy, hitting that hero power button, and swinging at your face? No point.
That's like 3 clicks. You have to click the hero power.
And you're
then
just
you
going to heal it back anyway. I'm just going to OTK you in the end. So, whatever. Let's just ignore the hero power for now.
click and drag the portrait. Ugh.
Ugh. All that effort. Shadowblade Slinger going to be able to deal with this along with the Drain Soul.
We're going to come out and make cheap taps available in the future. And, as Genji, how do you want to get your draw going? 0 mana Spectral Sight, do some acrobatics if you want to.
Yeah, I think it's just take your pick here. There goes the Guild Trader. Rust Rot, not too great in this matchup here. Going to go for the acrobatics now.
Immolation Aura.
The coin.
The coin.
Not exactly what you want to see, but Immolation Aura can come out. Going to draw you some more cards off of the acrobatics. Let's just cycle the whole deck. Oh, we do have most of the pieces we need, so
Yeah.
not enough mana, though, to do it this turn, so just going to have to survive.
And do I-Beam, Immolation, or a Spectral Sight out the left-hand side if you want to just keep going. And
I like it. You can also throw in a Peddler at the end, or a Viper. Or throw it in at the start. That's also an option.
Is there anything left off double jump?
Double jump. No.
No. Nothing in that double jump either. Which would be great if this was a deck that had Mozaki in it. You could play all these 0 mana spells and really crank up your Mozaki. All right, so 8 damage remaining on board. Even that doubled up is only 16, so Genji not too worried about that, about the potential Battle Master. So Super Chicken got the telegram from earlier that this OTK is coming, and that was obviously a giga draw from Genji. Only 7 cards left in deck. You mentioned the Il'gynoth and Moarg already in hand, and they cost a total, alongside Fellscreen Blast, of 4 mana.
How much damage do we have? We have Moarg, we have the Arcanist, we have Fellscreen Blast, so that doubles that. It's already at 3/9. Doubled is 18.
18.
So not quite enough. We find that other Moarg, though.
Yeah, the other Moarg, another Arcanist.
Arcanist, Arcanist. We'll put it up to 4 each, which goes up to 8 each, yeah.
And Super Chicken is just healing at a frantic pace right now.
Yeah, 27 is a lot. Is that enough, though? Now we have that extra spell damage. It's 4 spell damage on the Felscream Blast, which means it's 5 each, so 10 each. That should be 30, right?
15 should be 30, yeah. Because it's base 1 plus
base
4.
1 plus 4 is 5 each. 3. Doubled is...
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. You could do it in either order. Yeah, you could...
are we just...
Okay.
I guess we're making quadruple sure here.
Yeah.
We have plenty now with the Guild Trader. Double Arcanist. No problem at all. That is going to be way more than enough.
This is going to be...
Genji finding the win. Super Chicken taking down 42 damage. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. That'll do it.
Yeah, let me do some math here. So Super Chicken at 27, 42 damage, carry the 5. Yeah, I think that gets there. I think that did it.
I think that gets there. Yeah, you carried the... Wow, so a big win there for Genji. Able to get some points for the team. Not enough to force or at least try to find that tie for the week, but gonna definitely enjoy those points when it comes to those playoff runs. That everyone's gonna vie for that in the future. So points even week 1 are gonna make a big difference. And I think are we gonna try to get Genji in here?
And what a great series that was. Thank you to both players, both Genji and Super Chicken, for playing on stream, and a big congratulations to Genji because that was back and forth, right? That was Druid versus Paladin, Paladin wins. Warlock versus Paladin, Warlock wins. Oh, that's right, and then the Rogue into the Warlock. So Warlock was actually able to break the serve, as you for all you tennis aficionados out there. Warlock was able to break serve, win twice, and actually swing the series back in favor of Genji, because getting the first win in Last Hero Standing is a big advantage. But not an insurmountable advantage, just a...
No, certainly not. But you always enjoy the back and forth. I mean, that's definitely something that can happen in these hero series. I think a lot, you're trying to bring the right counter. You know exactly what you're queuing into. So the back and forth is fairly common. But felt like Super Chicken was on the backswing for a while, but then almost brought it back with that Warlock mirror win. I thought maybe that'll be it, but was unable to secure it into the OTK. I mean, 42 damage, hard to beat. And there's no way for Super Chicken to know, but just seeing Il'gynoth be the 4th draw after 3 forced mills from the Altar of Fire is just, and that was what Super Chicken spent their coin on. Mutanus too, so it's like that double whammy there on that altar.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you don't even get to play Mutanus. Maybe it dies, maybe you res it again with Raise Dead. That's another thing you can do, is have your Mutanus played, die, and then be one of the extremely limited res pool. Sometimes, if that opportunity presents itself, you can sometimes try to take multiple bites with Mutanus. But that Altar of Fire really just being not a team player, really just going rogue. But there is the Demon Hunter of the hour, Genji. Congratulations, my friend. Nice work bringing home the win for Team APM Yang.
Yes, sir.
What a series! Fantastic win. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for your team to win the week, but those points still definitely matter. And it was a fun series to watch. A lot of back and forth. Any thoughts? Just first off on that series there.
It was a good series, very back and forth, like you said. And Super Chicken is a really good player. So, yeah.
Yeah. Going into game 2 and 3 in particular, because obviously Super Chicken gets the first win with that Paladin. You queued your Mill Quest Warlock into it, and then ended up breaking the serve in game 3 against that Rogue. I mean, that must have been a turning point for you, or where were you going into game 3?
Game 3, I knew he was going to queue Rogue, and I was like, I really didn't think Warlock was favored there, but I had a pretty nutty hand, backfire on 3 in both games. I'm still mad I wasn't able to win the 4th, but
that game was insane.
Yeah, that was crazy. He played that very well. But anyways, backfire on 3. and I had a Netheron and Neophyte, and I could just like carry on the momentum from there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Watching that fourth game, I thought you had it, and then
Yeah,
Super Chicken
I
all of a
thought I
sudden
did too.
survives it too.
I thought I had it too.
Yeah, some serious big brain plays there. And were the bans kind of what you expected? I know you banned the Druid. Was that sort of a nod to Anacondra Druid, hoping to dodge that with your lineup?
Yeah, my lineup was very OTK based, so I definitely had to dodge that Anaconda Druid, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
Or
and
else,
that buff Paladin, was that kind of a surprise? I know we were talking about the different Paladin options, and I think it got a little bit of that early start just by, sheer, people expect that Libram over the buff normally. So maybe the mulligan or some of those early game decisions were a little different.
yeah. I really thought it was gonna be Libram, so I thought I had more time on Anaconda Druid. That's why I kept the Jerry rig, but it was aggro, so got punished. You know? It's the nature of the series.
Yeah, absolutely. With those close lists, always adds another level of mind games there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on that series.
No, not really.
Yeah, a lot of the decks we kind of expected going in. So not besides that Paladin, I think not too many surprises, and then just some gameplay going on both sides, playing really well.
Yeah.
And just a mind-melting pace. Both of you play so fast,
Yeah.
with so much confidence. Sorry. Sorry, I stepped
I
on you.
had time to think on a few, especially in that Paladin game. But besides that, just blitz out, you know.
Yeah. Hey, if you know what you're gonna do.
There ain't no much. There's not much.
Got places to be. Got things to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
All right. What were you saying, Saku?
I was just gonna say, if you already know what you're gonna do, there's not much thinking. It's like go.
Yeah,
Not now,
easy.
but right now. So.
We got places.
Yeah, you managed to go got to empty decks on a couple of games in a series that went to 5 games that only took an hour. Pretty.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that math. Anyway.
I'm happy with that, Matt. That's the type of Hearthstone I like to see.
That's right. Thanks again, Genji, and congrats on the win tonight, buddy.
Thank you. Look forward to being on stream again, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Dangerous offer.
Coming on. We're going to message you every single week now.
Yeah.
So be ready.
I'll always be ready.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Enjoy your night, Genji.
See you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Holy moly. My mind is
Wow.
blown like 4 times already.
Oh my gosh, so many excellent things in that series.
Yep.
But speaking of excellent series, Saku, what's in the future for the rest of Team Hearth Nation out there?
Santa's in the future.
Team Hearth League, okay?
Team
we can
Hearth
say it now.
League.
Yeah, that's right. Team Hearth
Say it
League.
again.
League
The
of
Legumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
We're
Team Hearth
human
Legumes.
beings.
But nothing's going on Friday due to it being Christmas Eve. Saturday, obviously, Christmas Day for those that celebrate that particular holiday. We might have next Sunday, depending on casters, but that's a pretty busy time of the year, so expectations will be high. Disappointment will be low, I guess, if it doesn't happen. That kind of deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the Team Hearth League is in a 2 weeks cycle just to play their week 2 game because of obviously the holidays floating in there. So no promises, but if there is something that people want to play, even on Sunday, my DMs will be open. So not sure on dollar bills and my end done due to family engagements.
Yeah, slide into Saku's DMs.
Yeah. Just my DMs. It's fine.
Slide into Sokka's DMs. We'll get things sorted on this end. I'm sure we'll get some good matches played in the next 2 weeks, whether that's this Sunday or next or whatever or both.
Yeah. So, but there are some shows that are coming up just to close out the week. So it would be, I believe it's going to be, gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Jeez, why can't I? It's Two Star Mako's Mako show though. So the saloon magic that goes on there. Then we got Hearth Center on Tuesday, and then Tavern Talk on Wednesday. So those shows, I believe, are still going, and I think that's about it. Around the Saloon. Jeez, why? I just remembered it now. So that's Monday. Around the Saloon might be on Monday. So keep an eyeball on the THL Discord announcements or events, and you will find everything that you need. But that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. So I want to thank Myanodon and Dollar Bills for doing your thing, doing stuff.
Taking an eloquent
stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing an eloquent bow, but I just realized you can't see it, so I don't have to narrate it.
I could feel it. I could feel it over here.
I felt the flourish of the hand gesture.
I did do that. Oh, I'm glad that came across.
How could you not use the hand gesture?
That's right.
It's just adds so many levels.
That's right. So, but for Myanodon and for Dollar Bills, I want to thank everybody. We will see you sometime soon. So keep an ear ball on the Discord.
Our pleasure. Good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.